The month of October was observed as Down Syndrome Awareness Month, and in this week's edition of Things You Should Know, Cleopatra Murphy speaks with an official at a local school which is doing what it can to help those diagnosed with the disorder reach their full potential.
Approximately 1 in 700 babies born in the U.S. has Down syndrome, and a 35-year-old woman has a 1 in 350 chance of having a child with Down syndrome, with the likelihood increasing with age, according to the National Down Syndrome Society. Brenda Anastor, head teacher at the Bahamas Down Syndrome and Friends Center that is operated by the Bahamas Down Syndrome Association, explains the abnormality.
Down syndrome is a chromosomal disorder. Now, most people, typical people, have 46. A person with Down syndrome has 47. So the extra chromosome now causes some disabilities to take place. In other words, it causes cognitive and kinesthetic disorders. Now, what happens with someone with Down syndrome is that they don't function the way a typical person would, because of the extra chromosome.
The NDSS says the disorder is marked by a partial or full extra copy of chromosome 21, and physical traits include low muscle tone, small structure, an upward slant to the eyes, and a single deep crease across the center of the palm. Anastor acknowledges that teaching children with Down syndrome can come with its share of challenges, particularly when it comes to their ability to retain information.
Being a teacher, you have to repeat a lot. I may teach a lesson today, and they may get it and come back tomorrow and have to start from scratch because it's gone. It's that simple. It doesn't take much. See, the normal adult with Down syndrome has an IQ of 50, and that's equivalent to the IQ of an 8-year-old. So they can retain information, but most of them only for a short time.
Despite the challenges, Anastor says she has found her calling working with children with special needs, as they have taught her to be tolerant and to be a better person. Anastor says there are many people who have misconceptions about people with Down syndrome.
Most persons have this thing in their mind that persons with Down syndrome are not capable of doing anything a typical human being can, and that's wrong. Even their parents sometimes limit them, and they don't believe that they can do certain things, but they are very capable of leading normal lives.
After working years with children with Down syndrome and other special needs, she has this advice for parents who have a child diagnosed with a genetic disorder.
Seek help immediately, and to always believe in their child and do everything they can to make them feel as typical, I don't like the word normal, but as typical as possible.
As for the Bahamas Down Syndrome Association, its motto is, "Don't look down, look up." It is a testament to the mission of creating more awareness and promoting acceptance of children and adults with Down syndrome while committing to their education and personal development. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network.